Yo, what's up GPL fans? It's me, XC, coach of the Rome Braviary, and today I'm going to be showing you my Week 1 team builder against the Exeter Skitty. Now, the Exeter Skitty are coached by Professor Chipboard, who who has a threatening team of, I'll be putting it on the screen as well so you'll be able to see this when I say this. He has Mega Aggron, Manaphy, Gudra, Embor, Mesprit, Tauros, Kara or Karascata, my bad, Zapdos, Dugtrio, Tornadus, and Claydol. So, naturally a threatening team. But the thing that really stands out to me is Manaphy. Manaphy is threatening as hell. And I'll get into my sets right here to explain to you. But Manaphy really does a number to my team if it's packing the right coverage, which is why I prepped very heavily for it. Also, Gudra plus Mega Aggron is a phenomenal core. Like, those two together can play off each other really well, so I had to find the perfect way to break it. And my first way of breaking that core, speaking of which, is Murica, the Salamence. Alright, so this is a mixed wall breaking Mince with Dragon Claw for stab and Gudra, obviously. Fire Blast with this investment, 2-hit KOs Spadef Aggron with an impish nature. So if he's running like careful nature Aggron, then I will not kill. I will not 2-hit KO. But I didn't feel that he would do that because no one ever runs that ever. Even in draft leagues, like everyone's running impish because it has such a high base defense stat. And I have Stone Edge for Zapdos because Zapdos I predict to either be some sort of HP Ice, well, probably will be HP Ice variant if he brings it, which I don't know if he'll even bring it. But I honestly probably won't even stay on his Zapdos unless I have to because I have Hippo. But it's also just a nice precaution. I didn't really have anything else I wanted to put on here. I could have put Sub, but Sub plus Life Orb is kind of a little bit too much to wear down on a Mince, and I need the Life Orb to secure 2-hit KOs. So this is basically my set. Anything else I could say about this? Yeah, no, not really. I mean, like, I speed type with max speed Zapdos as long as he's not, like, Scarf or something. So that's nice. Alright, next up. It's my boy Bolt, the Jolteon. Alright, Jolteon outspeeds his entire team, and that's why I have 176 speed. We'll get into that later. So it's running Thunderbolt because it's a Jolteon. It's running Shadow Ball because of Mesprit and Claydol and stuff like that. It's also running HP Grass for stuff like Karascata, which not Karascata specifically. I probably just Thunderbolt that thing anyways, but I mean stuff like Dugtrio and Claydol, which I mean I have Shadow Ball for Claydol, but Grass is for Dugtrio mainly because Dugtrio actually is kind of scary for this team if I don't get up rocks. I do believe HP Grass either kills or like does a ton to it though with Life Orb, so I'm not too worried about it as long as I get up rocks and I can break a stash if it's holding stash even. Now, as far as my EVs are concerned, I got Max Attack because it's Jolteon, you want it to hit hard. I got 176 Timid Speed because I didn't need any more. 374 Speed, we're playing at level 100, we're not playing level 50. Outspeed's Max Speed Jelly Dugtrio, sorry. And I just threw the rest in HP because I don't really need it anywhere else, and it comes out into a nice odd number. I don't really need anything else to do with that. But yeah, it's a pretty standard Jolteon that should put in work against his team. Thunderbolt is a good answer to Manaphy and Mega Aggron. Of course, Gudra Walls, which is why I have Volt Switch. So I can Volt Switch into things that actually beat Gudra, aka Mince, if he's low enough, obviously. He needs to be like a certain low level, but low amount of HP, sorry. And that's about it. Anything else? No, not really. Time to move on to Jellicent. Alright, Jellicent, I'm running a pretty standard Jellicent set, but I have Spadef investment to live a +3 Manaphy Energy Ball, and that's if he's not running Life Orb. If he's running Life Orb, I do not live. But I feel this is a nice answer considering I have things to status, said Manaphy. So if I can get in on Hex, do some damage before I go down, would be nice. I can also I can check things like Embor, and I can check other offensive mons he may have, like Dugtrio can come in on that, no prob. Mega Aggron doesn't like playing around with this thing. I have Will-O-Wisp on it for that reason. I can slap on. I slapped on Scald, so if a Gudra wants to switch in, it might have a possibility of getting burned, which would be nice. Unless he's running Rain, which would be scary. He could Dehydration that off. Let's see, what else do I got for you? Water Absorb's nice. Does he even... Yeah, Manaphy, obviously. Water Absorb from Manaphy to switch on his Scald. See, the thing is, like, Energy Ball is a 4-hit KO. No, it's a 5-hit KO, actually, because I have lefties. So if he wants to just straight up Energy Ball me, he won't be able to kill me. It's not going to happen. If he's like a calm mindset, even I can deal with that somewhat. if as long as he's status, I can hex it. Recover for reliable recovery. Not much else really to say. I threw the rest in defense so I could better check things like Imbor. I didn't feel special attack was necessary in this week's match. Sorry. Time to move on to Mono Mono, the Hippo. All right. So this is your standard OU mixed defensive spread. It's pretty basic, and looks like I'm being lazy, but this is actually surprisingly, it deals a lot of threats on his team, and this spread actually takes on multiple things at once. I can switch into Embor. During an Embor, maybe carrying Grass Knot. I need to keep that in mind. So if the Embor, if I'm in on the Embor, like I just switch into an Embor, I'm gonna swap out and probably Mince or something, predicting a either him to go into something else to handle Hippo, or he's going to Grass Knot. I don't want to play around with no Grass Knot on Hippo, because Grass Knot, I believe this spread, if he's running like the typical like mixed spread, he'd be doing about 60 to 70%. So I don't really want to play around with that, because I think I can't switch on a superpower and then take a Grass Knot. But obviously, if he doesn't have it, Earthquake does a ton, if not kills. I don't really know, but it should do a ton. I have Stone Edge for the birds on his team. He has Zapdos and Torn Eye, so that'll be nice to hit. Anything else? EQ hits Mega Aggron, but obviously not for too much. Rocks are nice because I need rocks up on the field to break Dugtrio's stash. Dugtrio is the biggest threat to my team this week, and I don't really have a direct great answer on my team to it, because what my team relies on right now is nice Volt Switch support from Jolteon. So if he brings Dugtrio and he Sash and he traps my Jolteon and he kills it, then I kind of fall apart. I don't necessarily lose, but like Jolteon, I need to have against things like Mega Aggron and Manaphy, because it does like 90% to Manaphy. Thunderbolt does like 90%, and I think it does like 70% to your typical Mega Aggron spread. But yeah, I like this set. It's a pretty sweet set. I got lefties for the recovery. Actually, surprisingly, this thing is a decent check to Goodra. Even though Goodra can carry Power Whip doesn't do much at all if he's mixed. Like, if he's mixed offensive, I believe Power Whip does like 30 to 40, I think. And I can just select that off, obviously, and just EQ him for like 40%. So Goodra's surprisingly weak on the physical side. You see it's so bulky on the special side, but on the physical side, like a non-invested Hippo Earthquake does like 30 to 40. And that's crazy, I think. Oh yeah, granted, Hippo does have 112 attack stat, which is amazing for a wall, which I really love. Alright, next up is Mew. Alright, this is a pretty lame Mew set, not gonna lie, but it's what fit the team best this week. I love some nice, tricky Mew sets with, like, different berries to lure stuff, Cobra Berry and stuff. And, this is a basic set, because I'm still scared of Manaphy. See, the way I thought of it was, if he's Rain Dance Manaphy, then he can only, if he's Rain Dance Tailglow Manaphy, then he can only hit a few members of my team, and he has to have Scald, right? Because it's Manaphy. And then it has to have either Energy Ball or Ice Beam, and I can find that out. And whether it's Energy Ball or Ice Beam, I can go into either of these, whichever one it doesn't hit. Like, say it's Energy Ball, I'd go into Mince, and if it's Ice Beam, I'll go into this thing, because this thing completely walls if he's Ice Beam. Hopefully it is Ice Beam. This thing can eat up hits and hit it back. This Mew set can live, I believe it is a 5-hit KO from regular, like, non-boosted Scald. I like having it there, even though, like, if he sets it up, that's a problem. But if he's set up, like I said, if he set up Rain Dance, he can go to my Thunder Wave. Either his Tailglow of 3 attacks, which is scary as hell, but I can Thunder Wave it, which would be nice, so I can obviously revenge it pretty easily. Or he is a fun Calm Mind set, which Calm Mind is scary, but Psyshock doesn't care about Calm Mind, which is nice. I'm obviously Roost here, because I need to heal up against this thing. Actually, what I like about my team this week is this has Roost for recovery. This has Volt Absorb for recovery. Wait, yeah, he has Zapdos, so yeah, Volt Absorb's nice. I got Water Absorb for recovery here, as well as Recover. I got Slack Off for recovery, and I got this Roost here. And all these Mons can heal up, so I can wear his team down gradually while healing my Mons up, which I feel is like a really nice thing to have, especially coming into this match where a lot of his Mons that are bulky don't have reliable recovery. Like, Manaphy has to be running like a Rain Dance Rest to get recovery. Mega Aggron doesn't have recovery, I think I might hit Drain Punch, but I'm not really scared of a Drain Punch with this team. I mean, obviously, like, it can rest, and Gudra, like, doesn't have recovery either. I believe not much of his team all gets recovery. Zapdos gets Roost. I know that much. But yeah, and Claydol gets recovery, I think, but Claydol's shit anyway, so, like, whatever. Fun fact, he actually dropped, like, as of when I recorded this, a couple hours ago, actually, he dropped Dugtrio, and I believe Claydol. He dropped Dugtrio and Claydol and picked up Flygon and something else. My bad if I forgot. Sorry, guys. But that tells me that he might not bring Dugtrio, which is a very good sign for me. Because the one thing I'm scared of, like, Manaphy's scary, obviously, but, like, besides Manaphy, I'm scared of Dugtrio. Dugtrio could, like, ruin this game for me if he traps my Jolteon. So I have to not let Jolteon get trapped. And my final and favorite set of the entire team, and this set really ties the team together, is a perfect wall breaker. Look at it. Dual Chop Magmortar. This is flames, alright? It's flames. So, I'm running Fire Blast because it OHKOs your standard Aggron, like I said before. They don't usually run plus Bedef Nature. And I didn't want to run Modest. I had Modest originally, but I changed to Hasty because... Not Modest, sorry, I had whatever this push special attack minus defense is. But I changed to Hasty because I want to outspeed Gudra so I can dual chop and hit it twice and kill it. Because dual chop does 50 to 60% to a max HP Gudra. Like if he's max HP Assault Vest. So, here's how I see this playing out. I'm going to come in on a Mega Aggron, and he's going to be like, oh, Fire Blast. That's going to hurt. So I dual chop at the Mega Aggron, and he swaps in to his Gudra and takes a clean 50 to 60%, and then either he pivots back out into something else with his Gudra severely crippled, or he stays in and dies to another dual chop. I also have Thunderbolt for Manaphy and Caracosta. I originally had HP Grass, but I'm like, alright, I don't really need HP Grass considering Fire Blast hits Claydol and stuff just as hard as HP Grass does, or if not harder, I think. So I packed on Psychic there for the Embor, because Embor actually is a decent answer to this thing. Funny enough, I don't think Embor's actually going to come, but it might, which is why I'm packing it. The speed I have allows me to outspeed max speed Gudra, even though that's a rare set. I don't want to be outsped by it, and that would suck. Max attack, because it like kills Mega Aggro on your typical spread like 99% of the time. I can't do any more. I couldn't run plus special attack, so, and I ran 24 attack to ensure a 2-hit KO on max HP Gudra with some defense investment. So I'm pretty happy with the team. I think it works well together. I think the recovery is really what brings it together, as well as this phenomenal wall breaker right here. And I really hope it plays out well. I'm not too experienced in battling in this format. I do have experience in team building for friends and stuff, but never before have I really battled in the format. And I've put in, I believe, like 10, 11 hours in this team. I'm so proud of it. Actually, I really can't wait for this game. I've been ready for like 2 weeks now. This game's been ready for like a week. But I really do like it. And I feel that this team can win the game. As long as I find out, here's the key things I need to do. I need to find out what Manaphy set it is. And I need to act accordingly to said Manaphy set. So, I need to find a way to pivot around Manaphy, ensuring I can beat it. I can always revenge it with Jolteon. That's like the easiest way to answer it. But he'll have a ground type or something, probably, considering he has, at said time, he has 2 ground types on his team, as of now. And I also need to predict correctly with Magmortar. Predicting correctly with Magmortar is going to be very difficult, because I'll be scared as hell to dual chop at a Mega Aggron, because Mega Aggron packs a powerful attack stat, and if he's running something to hit me, like EQ or something, that would really suck. Or Head Smash. That's awesome. But yeah. And I also need to get rocks up to allow the Dugtrio to die to Jolteon HP Grass, as well as pivot around Embor. Embor is actually kind of scary if he's running Grass Knot, but I feel that I have the means necessary between Psyshock on this thing, Psychic on this thing to deal with it, and Scald on this, obviously, to deal with it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the team. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe for more. The match should be up Sunday or sometime around then. I don't really know, but it'll be up eventually. Thank you for watching, guys. I guess I'll see you around. Bye.